The Cal State Northridge women's basketball team defeated West Virginia 48-47 Saturday night to capture the Woodland Hills Holiday Inn Thanksgiving Basketball Classic 2011 championship. Caitlin Peterson led the Matadors with 17 points, and Jasmine Irving added her second double-double of the weekend as Northridge won its first ever game over a Big East opponent. The game was a tight affair throughout and featured 16 lead changes. Freshman Janae Sharp scored what would stand as a game-winning basket with 44 seconds left in the half. Peterson earned a spot on the all-tournament team, and Irving was named the tournament's most outstanding player.
What? I know that offensively you guys kind of struggled scoring, and they got you with that half-court trap.
Right.
What made your team come out on top tonight?
Defense, defense and rebounding. It's funny because we've been talking about that for a long time, and you're probably tired of hearing me say the same things after every game, or when you ask me questions about the game coming up. Tonight was a great example of playing against a very good basketball team who is a good basketball team in their own right. They were coming in holding people to 26% from the field. Like, we knew that it was going to be a defensive battle. The question was our defensive intensity going to match theirs, and could we keep them off the offensive boards? And so, you have nights like this. There are nights where offensively you don't look good, you make mistakes, you shoot a low percentage, but if you play defense and you rebound, you can compete against almost anybody on any night.
So I noticed that Caitlin, in that first half, she was the only person for a while that had any field goals to her name, and she was basically carrying the whole team offensively. How was her performance this whole match?
Caitlin was good yesterday. You look at the box score, and I think she only played 19 minutes, but that was kind of by design. We knew what today was going to hold. And so, she came in, and I think she had fresh legs, and she was excited about playing. And, she's been in this setting before. She's played in big-time games in high school and at her previous spot. And so those are the kind of things we expect from Caitlin. It's a situation where she's extremely talented. She did have a redshirt year last year, so she's kind of working herself back into things. She stepped up and was big when, the other two guards kind of struggled for the first time tonight, and that's just the situation. They're young, they're freshmen, and they're going to come along. But, like we talked about all the time, teams are more than one or two people, and I think tonight's effort showed that.
Game against West Virginia in school history, right? And to come up to win 48-47. How did it feel?
I mean, it's exciting. This was a really big game for us. All 4 years that I've been here, this without a doubt was the biggest win and a much-needed win that we had.
Okay, so you had a really quiet double-double. You had 10 points, 13 boards. I know offensively you guys were kind of a little rusty and a little slow. How did your team come up on top tonight?
I mean, I didn't have the highest scoring game, but my team picked it up. We had freshmen that stepped their game up and worked hard on offense, and the results showed the end.
So, let's talk about Caitlin's performance tonight. She had 17 points. So how do you rate her performance?
Caitlin did great. She's always a hard worker. She works hard in practice, always is out to get her teammates to work hard and get better. So I was really proud of her, and I think she worked really hard tonight.
Well, you had 17 points. You pretty much carried the team tonight. So let's talk about your overall performance tonight.
I was just trying to go out and be aggressive. They were overplaying the passing lanes a lot, and they were just up in us. And Coach always tells us to be aggressive, so that's just what I was doing tonight. And they were fouling, so got to the free throw line a lot, just easy points.
So how did that feel? About in the first half, I think you were the only person on your team with a field goal, but you had 10 points from the line. Do you feel that your offensive presence and mindset kind of carried the team tonight?
I think that's the thing with our team is on any given night, any one of us can do that because we're all just hard workers and we know how to get the ball in the basket. So tonight it was just my turn, and I couldn't have done it without my team. But I helped out in the first half, and then everyone else was doing their part too. The reason that I had so many openings was because other people were having to be guarded as well. So.
All right. So how's it feel to be named all tournament player?
It's good, but it feels better to win the tournament.